There we go. Man, that was terrible. Hey, Noah. Hopefully everybody will be able to find the stream. I had to redo everything. For whatever reason, everything just kind of crapped out on me. I'm going to wait for a few people to see if they can get in here. Let me go in and delete the other one. Can you hear me okay, Noah? Can you hear me okay, Noah? Hey, Eli. Can y'all hear me okay? Eli McRibs, I like that. Good, good. So give me just a moment. I had some issues that I need to try to clear up real quick while we wait for a few more people to come in. So we had some technical difficulties. Y'all doing okay? Hey, Andrew, Sean. A little bit of delay. I had some issues, so I had to set up a new camera. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, I do know about computers, but I don't know what the deal is with YouTube tonight. It was kind of flaking out. Probably I didn't have any issues last week, but for whatever reason this week I am. So I've got to look at this camera. Try not to look at the screen. If I'm going to look at the chat, though, I've got to look over to my right. Hey, Michael. How are y'all doing? What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can maneuver my camera in a position where I can see everything. That way I can see the chat without looking too bad. Yeah, we've had some days of hot weather and then we've had some cold weather days, so it really just depends. Let me see if I can find a couple of people that were in the other stream when it messed up. So how's everybody been doing this week? So Eli, I am not rich. I wish I could travel the world, but apparently I like to spend my money on too many other things to be able to afford to travel. Currently, I have 9,216 movies. So I jotted some things down, but I really wanted to wait for a couple more people to come in, if you don't mind. So we'll just chat a little while. I had another stream that was started, and for whatever reason, my camera was messed up, so I had to switch to my phone. So Henry Danger. Thanks, Eli. So what's everybody up to tonight? So if y'all want to, we can talk about what everybody picked up this week. Did y'all get a lot of Star Wars releases this week? Henry Danger. I have not heard of Henry Danger. I don't know what that is. What am I missing? Hey, Katzen. Yeah, I've never seen. I don't watch very much Nickelodeon. I don't have Disney Plus. Now, I would probably like to have Disney Plus, but at this time, I do not have it. So yeah, the Rise of Skywalker was a big deal this week. Lots of new releases. I did pick up a few Rise of Skywalker releases. I got the Walmart release, I got the Target release, the Best Buy Steelbook release, and of course I got the big box set from Best Buy, which I've got right here. Anybody else pick this one up? It's a nice set. A little large. The Star Wars saga, I would rank. So I grew up going to the movies and watching the original Star Wars movies in the theater. I do remember those days. I really enjoyed them. I like Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi the best. But actually, I really like all of them. They've all have a special, different meaning to me as far as like the prequels. I watched with my kids when they were growing up. It was just, I really like all of them. What other releases did y'all pick up this week? Yeah, as far as the iCarly and all these other shows, I've never actually really watched any of those. My kids when they were growing up didn't really watch much of. They watched Nickelodeon. They didn't watch much of anything else. I remember them watching different things on Nickelodeon. Yeah, the Phantom Menace wasn't too bad. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed all of those prequels. Jar Jar Binks was not one of my favorites. I know that a lot of people did not like Jar Jar Binks. Hey, David. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties. My phone screen was messed up, and I ended up having to switch it around. So I had to start a new stream. I don't know. It's kind of nerve wracking trying to get everything in order. I was going to use my webcam, but apparently you have to use OBS, and I was trying to figure out OBS. So there's a lot of practicing I need to do with these live streams before I do it again next week. Yeah, Rogue One, Sean, I really enjoyed Rogue One. That's one of my favorite ones. It was excellent. I enjoyed that. So, so as far as everybody that's in the chat so far, how have y'all been doing this week? What y'all been up to? I know that I've been working from home for the past 3 weeks, which is kind of getting old. But from what I've learned this week, all here in Georgia, all of the schools are closed down for the rest of the school year, so there's no more school. And since I work for the school district, I'm not really sure what's going to happen and what that's going to be. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hey Eva, how you doing? Yes, Eva's got a lot of purchasing to do when the Rise of Skywalker comes out in the UK. So yeah, so the phone video seems pretty nice. I do wish that I could get the webcam to work just because it's I guess it has a better picture and maybe it's got better sound. Um, Plus, if I had the webcam running, I could look at the screen and look at the chat at the same time. Right now, I'm having a difficulty trying to go back and forth. But if it's not too distracting, hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay, so just to get the chat going along, I kind of took some notes this week to see what we could talk about. So I thought we would start off by maybe some of the things that we picked up this week. So please leave a comment in the chat of what you picked up. I know the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker was one big deal. And like I said, I did pick up the big box set here. And this J card here was stuck to it pretty badly. So whenever I removed the J card, it did get some scuff marks up here. It's not necessarily the scuff mark that bothers me. It's that it kind of pulled away at it, kind of like left a blister. But this right here is a very nice looking set. As you can see, it opens up. So very happy to have these. Now the bad thing about these box sets is that they rely on, I'm going to just take it out of the box. So, and then make sure I don't have any digital codes in here. So really nice book. I really like the book. It's very well made. And as you can see, there's cardboard sleeves that all the discs go into, which I am not a fan of at all. I don't really like the cardboard sleeves, but really the packaging is very, very nice. As you can see, I did do an unboxing of this, but I really like the art on the pages that they come in. So very nice set. Did anybody else pick this up? Now, another thing I'm going to do on these live streams, just so that I can get some help, is once I get it all figured out again next week, I'm going to try and get it to where I can read if maybe I'll just get like a tablet or something, because y'all's messages the chat window does come up on the screen, but I'm so old I can't see what it says, so I have to look over here to the right. So Eli, so you deliver for Amazon, so kudos to you, because I know y'all have it really rough right now. Thank you for all that you do for all these deliveries. I know that my Amazon deliveries have slowed down a little bit because of some of the things I buy are not essential. Not it's a slower process, but I'm good with that. I understand that UPS and the United States Postal Service, they have a lot going on right now. So thank you for what you're doing. So yes, I have been watching The Walking Dead. I have not missed an episode of The Walking Dead. I do enjoy watching that each week. I actually do have my notes here. We're going to talk about TV shows here. So this might be a good segue into that. So anybody else here watch The Walking Dead? So as far as The Walking Dead, we don't want to put out any spoilers. I don't want to lose anybody, but it's been really good lately. Another show that I watched this week is Tiger King. Has anybody been watching Tiger King? Very strange show. Yes, it has been fantastic lately on The Walking Dead. So Todd Baker, yeah, that's the Penny Dreadful series on Showtime. Hey Billy, I did not know that. I forgot that there's going to be a Penny Dreadful. So actually, I need to catch up on Penny Dreadful. I've only watched the first 2 seasons. I need to watch that last season. But I did enjoy Penny Dreadful. I liked the atmosphere of it. It was really good. So Sean, so you watched the Tiger King all in one day? I think I pretty much watched it in a day and a half. So Cartoon Fortress, I see where you say you got your indicator cell haul in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out that video. So a prequel to Penny Dreadful. That sounds pretty interesting. So The Walking Dead, you haven't seen it since season 7. It's had a very big slow period lately. Not as interesting as it used to be, but it's been pretty interesting lately. So I've enjoyed it. So I did get a few things in this week. Actually, I got a few things in today. I did order some things from eBay. So I just thought I might take time to show you what I got. So today I finally got my Teen Titans Complete Collection. I've been waiting to get this. I've never seen this series before. I do have it all on DVD, but I found a really good price on Blu-ray for this, so I got this one. And of course I got Boy in the World with a slip and Song of the Sea, which I need to check out. And very happy about Thunderbirds. Really happy to have this series. So I haven't seen any of those before. Yeah, so The Walking Dead, the finale is going to be delayed. Apparently there's some edits that has to be done that they're not able to do. So that is very unfortunate, Billy. So some more things I got in today, if anybody cares. I did get The Awesomes, the complete series. Now this is a Mill Creek release. Never seen the show, but I've heard a lot of great things about it. Have any of y'all ever seen The Awesomes? I'm not sure even when this show aired. So Blue Bloods, The Rookie, and SEAL Team. Now, I've actually never seen any of those shows. I think they're all on CBS here. I did start watching The Rookie, but The Rookie's actually on ABC. I never did finish watching The Rookie. I kind of got out of it. There were so many other shows I was watching. I got Jack and the Cuckoo Clock Heart. Now, I've never heard of this before. It is from Shout Factory. So I got that one. And of course, I got Scanners, the Criterion set. Very thin. Got a real good deal on eBay for that. Yeah, the new Scoob film did get delayed. Unfortunately, I am looking forward to seeing that. I do enjoy Scooby-Doo. And Cartoon Fortress, of course, he enjoys Scooby-Doo. No, it is a shame. As far as what Billy's talking about, a lot of all the theaters here in Georgia are closed down. They're not allowed to open up. So I do miss going to the theater and seeing my movies. Hopefully when all this blows over and everything's over with, people will be more thrilled to go out and see a movie instead of all the streaming that they do. So I did pick up this Mummy collection. Of course, I have this on 4K with a Steelbook, but I never actually had the box set. So very nice to have this. And one that Cartoon Fortress will be interested in, maybe, is Wolf Guy. Have you ever heard of that, David? Never seen it, but I did pick this one up from eBay. It gets kind of mixed reviews. So what are some of the items that y'all have been picking up? Bates Motel. Now that was a great show. I watched all the episodes of Bates Motel. I really enjoyed that one. So I do miss Bates Motel. That was a good series. It had a really good run. Now, do any of y'all watch The Good Doctor on ABC with Freddie Highmore? That's another good show. I do enjoy watching The Good Doctor. Now let's see some other things. Let's talk about. So I'm trying to think. So here in Georgia, like I was saying, we are we're on. So at 6 p.m. this afternoon, 6 p.m. this evening, we're no longer able to go out, other than to go to the grocery store. We can go to the post office. We can go to the doctor, but all the other things that we normally do, we're not allowed to do any longer. Kind of like a lockdown. If we do go to Walmart, they're only going to be letting, I think, 50 people in at a time at our local Walmart, and only one family member can go in. You can't go in with with all your kids or your husband, wife together. You have to go separately. So I'm pretty much just going to stay at home. I don't really need to go out for anything. I do have some packages from eBay that I need to ship out, and UPS. So I may have to do those things, but I'm pretty much going to just hunker down here at home. So I wanted to know what your suggestions are for some of the movies that I need to watch. So I do watch Netflix. I have Netflix, and I've been watching, like I mentioned last week, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I've been watching Ozark season 3. I think that's the one that just came out. I've seen one episode of that. I watched The Tiger King. But what are some movies that you would recommend me checking out? I do have The Train to Busan that I need to watch. I've got that in there about the TV to watch. What are some other ones that y'all would suggest me getting? Hey Andrew. So eBay. Now eBay can be very frustrating. A lot of times when I order from eBay, I order what I do is whenever I check items on eBay, I order because I want the slipcover to be in good condition. So sometimes I'll actually pay more if it has a nice slipcover. So this week, I actually made a purchase on eBay that came in, which is the Gallows. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen this, but I finally found one that has a really nice slipcover on it. And the guy that sent it to me put it in this little bitty envelope. As you can tell, it's just right. It fits, the Blu-ray just barely fit inside the envelope. So my very nice slipcover that I picked out is all crushed. It's very aggravating. I hate that. That's really what I hate about eBay is, you order something and sometimes you pay more for it because it's either out of print or whatever, and then it comes in damaged. That's very frustrating. So I do hate eBay in that aspect, but I do like eBay because sometimes you do get some really good deals because people are desperate to sell. Hey, Cemetery Man. Full movie collection video is pretty difficult just because of how many I have and how many I have in storage. And it's very overwhelming to even think about doing one, but I am going to try my very best to get one done. Yeah, David, I usually do the same thing. Whenever I order off of eBay, I try to let them know, but a lot of times I get very aggravated with you when you do that. But after you've purchased something, it really doesn't matter to them how it ends up, I guess. As soon as I got that and saw that it was damaged, I got an instant refund on it, so that was nice. But now I got to go find me another one with a nice slip. Yeah, so I do have a lot, Cemetery Man. I do have a lot of things in storage. I say storage. It's here at my house, but they're in totes, just because of my space. So hopefully, one of these days, I'm going to do something about that. I had mentioned last week that I'm probably going to remove all the posters and build the shelves up. If I can build the shelves up to the top of the ceiling, I can get a lot more of my Blu-rays out. So that may be what I end up doing. But I really do like having those posters back there behind me. Yeah, Billy, I did see the new announcement, and I'm really looking forward to getting some of these new movies out. Fenton, yes, I have 100% quit buying Funko Pops. Now, I still have all my Funko Pops. They are in storage crates, protected and nice and new still, but I just ran out of room. I don't have the room and space to display them. And I really like to have complete collections. And it was to the point to where I'm not able to complete some collections. And it was really frustrating. So I just kind of quit buying them altogether. Although it's been very tempting, I see some really nice ones that have come out, but I've got to control myself and not to buy any more. So I do not, Noah, I do not have Modern Family on Blu-ray or DVD, but I have seen every episode of Modern Family. That's another one of my shows I watch every week. So we have one more episode left, and then we will be done with Modern Family. That's a really good show. If nobody's been watching Modern Family, that's a really good one that is fun to watch. Hey, hey, Tom. Yeah, we actually have more viewers today than we did last week, but we'll see how it goes. We did start off with some technical difficulties that I've got to figure out. So maybe with me being at home, I'll be able to figure things out. So I have been working from home for 3 weeks, and starting Monday is our spring break. So I don't have to do anything for work. So nothing work related starting Monday. So I do hope to get some things done, and maybe I'll learn how to use OBS to do my streaming. And then that way we can have some graphics and different things on the screen. Cemetery Man. So do I have a list of slipcovers that I'm looking for? I really don't. I pretty much have all the slipcovers that I need. Almost everything that I have that comes with a slip, I've got the slip for. Now, there are a lot that came with a new slip, where they re-release movies and it comes with a special slip. Some Disney ones that I really would like to have, but I've got some things on eBay set up to where I get emailed every morning of the list that I've got saved, and usually I can just find them there. Why do you have a list of slips that you have available that you would be interested in getting rid of or selling? If you do, just send me a message on my Instagram and we can discuss that. Yeah, I would like to see The Office on Blu-ray. I do have a couple of the later seasons on Blu-ray, but it would be nice to have a complete series on Blu-ray for The Office. I really do enjoy The Office. Great series. I have never seen The Gentleman. Now that came out recently, right, Billy? And when it does get released, I will be picking that up. I've heard a lot of good things about it. One Punch Man. I've never heard of. I think I've heard of One Punch Man, but I'm not very familiar with it. So I need to check on that, see what that's about. So some other things I was going to talk about is some other things that we've been doing to keep ourselves entertained. If I'm an outdoors person, I do like to go hiking and walking and in the woods or whatever. So my wife was actually on vacation this week, so we were able to go to the mountains each day and do a hike, which was nice. But the pollen here in Georgia has been really bad. It's the highest it's ever been. So now I've got this kind of congestion. So if I cough and hack and do all these things, I do apologize in advance. But yeah, I do enjoy going walking and hiking and staying active. What are some of the things that y'all been doing to keep yourselves entertained and busy outside the house? Because to me, it does kind of get a little monotonous sitting in front of the computer all day. If you don't stay active, then the weight kind of starts coming back, and I've lost about 30 pounds since December, and I really don't want to put any of that weight back on. So staying active will really help with that. Yeah, spring cleaning is really cemetery man. I'm the same way. Usually, what I'll do is, since I work for the school system, I do get almost 2 weeks off around the holidays, and then of course we have the spring break. So usually, what I'll do is I will reorganize all the shelves for the Blu-rays, and usually what I'll also do is I'll remove all the Blu-rays that don't have slipcovers, that don't come with slipcovers, and I'll put those in totes, and then I'll just rotate my stuff that I've got, my new items that I have to make room for. I'll put those on the shelf. Now, before all of this coronavirus stuff started happening here in Georgia, where I live, we got a lot of rain. It just rained and rained and rained for weeks. The lakes were, the lakes were high. If I went to the walking trail, it was underwater. But as soon as all this stuff started happening, all that rain quit coming. So we haven't had very much rain lately. So yes, I do have all of my Blu-rays in alphabetical order. Now, all these that you see behind me are in alphabetical order, and then of course I've got the special ones over here in alphabetical order, and then I've got all my Steelbooks over here in alphabetical order, and then I have a wall over here with more Steelbooks, my Scream Factory, my Shout Factory. Then on the back wall I have all my Disney, but everything's in alphabetical order because that's the only way to be able to keep up with stuff. And plus, I do have a catalog of all my items that I have. So whenever I do go out to Target or if I go to Amazon online, I don't end up buying duplicates because that would be a pretty bad thing. Yeah, the pollen is pretty bad. I can just imagine how bad it is in Florida. I do have Zoolander on Blu-ray. I got the Steelbook with the, is it like a bandana or something? In the blue box, I've got that. And as far as putting my extra ones in a tote, at least I know that they're secure. They're in alphabetical order, so I have them in the back room over here. So if I ever want to look that up, I can do that. But man, it would be ideal if I didn't have to have any totes. I was joking with David earlier in the week that if I took down this back wall, I do have a 2-car garage that I could start parking my cars outside and just finish the garage out. And then I could just make this room even bigger, which would be nice. But that's not going to happen. So with people being stuck at home, I noticed that there's, if it's raining, I think it rained one day this week, so I wasn't able to go out to the trail at the mountain. So I ended up walking the neighborhood. And I noticed that my next door neighbor planted a garden this week. Probably doesn't know anything about gardening. They dug up their backyard. They have a fence across the property line, my property line, and they ended up putting some kind of potted thing across the fence, probably to grow herbs and stuff in, which looks really trashy. But, a lot of these neighbors are stuck at home now and probably trying to figure out ways of keeping their time going throughout the day. So hopefully a lot of them will work in their yards. I did a lot of yard work last week, so hopefully this will be an opportunity for people to get their yards clean. Have you watched Better Call Saul recently? Yes, I'm caught up with Better Call Saul. That's another one of my shows that I really enjoy, and it's been really good lately. I like it. So Better Call Saul is a great show. If you haven't checked that out, I would highly recommend it. It is a slow it's a slow type show. If you haven't seen it, Breaking Bad was a fast paced show. Better Call Saul is a slow crawl, but it's really good. I have never seen Attack on Titan. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I've just never seen it. Yes, I need some really new. I need some new equipment to watch my movies on. That's for sure. Prisoners, yeah. I got Prisoners with a slipcover. Yes, I got Prisoners with a slipcover. But I've never seen Prisoners. I really need to check it out. So what we need to do is I need to get Tom Cruise to come down from where he lives and help me knock these walls down, and we can make the room bigger. I don't think Sony would mind that at all. Yeah, the new 4K collection looks really nice for Sony. So Noah, Mill Creek has not been sending me any packages. Um, something happened right after right after Christmas to where Mill Creek quit sending me anything. The last thing I got from Mill Creek was Ultraman, the very first Ultraman. I didn't even get the Steelbooks. I just got the regular Blu-ray release, which was nice. I did my videos on that, and then I didn't hear anything else from Mill Creek for forever. And then last month, I finally just sent them a message on my Instagram account asking what happened, that I would really enjoy um, continuing to review their products. And I did get one package after that, but then I haven't gotten anything since. So I'm not sure what's happening. But there is a series that's being released. All of a sudden, I can't think of it. I couldn't think of it last week, but someone reminded me. But I would really like to get that on Blu-ray so that I can review it. So, yeah, it must be nice, David. Eureka, yeah, Eureka. I want to get Eureka on Blu-ray, but apparently I'm not going to be getting anything from Mill Creek, so I don't know what's happened. The Mindy Project. I got the Mindy Project. Like I said, I haven't gotten anything since the very first Ultraman release, I think back in November. And then I sent them a message on Instagram last month, and then all of a sudden I got a package with the Mindy Project in it. I did not get the fan. You don't need to do that, David. That's fine. David, actually, I wanted to let you know that I did ship your package out yesterday. I finally made it out to the post office. I apologize for the delay, so you should be getting a package from me in the next few days. So The Departed, I need to see The Departed also. I've never seen that. Okay, so Tom Cruise is really good at recommending movies, and so I would definitely like him to recommend some movies for me to watch. 5 movies maybe for the next week, and then we can discuss those movies if you want to. I have never seen The Departed. Now, what else was I going to talk about? So, I don't know how long y'all want to go. I know it's 9:46. We did an hour and a half last week. We can do that again this week. I don't have anything going on. So I was wondering about this stimulus check that we might be getting. I guess it's a done deal that we might be getting a stimulus check. So I'm already thinking about what I could buy with that stimulus check. So what are some of the things that you might like to get with the stimulus check that you'll be getting? Are you going to use it for groceries? Are you going to use it to pay some bills? Are you going to use it for frivolous things? I was kind of curious what everybody's going to be using their stimulus money for. Of course, it's none of my business, so if you don't want to tell me, that's perfectly okay. You don't need your Ultraman Blu-rays, Noah? So Noah, so you get Mill Creek stuff. Yes, it's a good idea to save the money, Richard. That's what we're going to be doing. I hope. That's my plan, is to save the money. Yeah, so it may be a while before I get, if we even get a stimulus check, it may be a while before we get that. Thank goodness I don't, at this point, I'm not desperate for the money, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that need the money desperately. So as far as going grocery shopping and stuff, I know in our area, if you go to the grocery store, the shelves are wiped out. Every day you go to the store, products are gone. So I know that's going to be tough for some people. Hopefully, the truckers can get the items to the stores and get these shelves filled up. So Andrew, that's good to know. So Target has a sale of Blu-rays, buy one get one, starting Sunday. That is a good deal. I think the last deal they had was buy two get one free, which I participated in. So there are some things that I've been waiting for to come out that I need to pick up. So I might do that, buy one get one free. So I think maybe Mill Creek might be. I don't know. Maybe Mill Creek's not going to be sending anything out because of this. What's going on right now? Yeah, a lot of people concerned about the toilet paper. I don't. I mean, it would be a terrible, terrible thing if you ran out of toilet paper. But from what I can see, I don't know that it's hopefully that big of an issue. So, do I have a favorite end of the world zombie type movie? I did enjoy World War Z. Um, I enjoyed Zombieland. Let's see what else. Those are the two that come to mind. What are some of y'all's favorite zombie movies? Yes, I'm glad you have a shower, Tom. I Am Legend. So, I Am Legend. I actually don't think that I've seen I Am Legend. I know that I've got it, but I haven't seen it. 28 days and weeks, 28 days and 28 weeks later. I've never seen those, but I've got them. I need to check those out. There's the one. Have y'all ever seen the movie The Road? Um, I think I think it's called The Road. I enjoy that one. What's the? I know there's no. I don't think there's any zombies in The Road, but it seems like an end of the world flick. And then there's the one with the Book of Eli. Is that what it's called? I enjoyed that one. Yep, Viggo Mortensen. I know that The Road isn't a zombie flick. I'm just thinking about the end of the world type stuff. And it's been a while since I've seen The Road, so don't um don't call me out on that. Book of Eli is wonderful. I need to check that one out again. The Road is very depressing. That's true. Children of Men. I need to see the Children of Men. I have not seen that. I've got it, but I've never seen it. That's my big problem is that I never have time to watch any movies at home, and now I've got all the time in the world. So I really need to I need to get busy and watch some of these films. So I'm definitely going to be putting these on my list to watch this week. I do like to have some fun movies to watch, something that's uplifting and happy and just fun. The Shining, yes, I just watched The Shining last month. I'm I'm good with that right now. I need to pull out 10 films from my collection to watch this week. Okay, so y'all can pick out. So y'all pick the 10 films, and I'll pull them out of the collection as y'all call them out, and I'll stack them up, and then that'll be my homework for the week. So um, so y'all can just start listing them off, and we can do that. And hopefully, if you want to, you do the same thing. You pick out 10 movies that you want to watch. Say anything. Now, are you telling me that's a movie I need to watch, David? The Revenant. I've seen The Revenant. The Departed. Okay, so I need to pull out Say Anything, and I need to pull out The Departed. So that's pretty bad. So that's probably not going to be good for me to just get up out of the camera view. So I'm going to make a list. I got my notepad right here. So Say Anything, The Departed, The Revenant. So even if I've seen them before, I need to see them again. Is that correct? Anything on Disney? Anything non-Disney? Okay. Prisoners, Contagion, Children of Men, Edge of Tomorrow is an excellent movie. I enjoy Edge of Tomorrow. Children of Men. Okay. Okay, first time viewings. Okay, so just keep them coming. And To Kill a Mockingbird. I need to watch that. I've never seen it. And I will not watch anything that I've already seen before. So I'm going to take Edge of Tomorrow off the list, and I'll take off The Revenant. That is true. It would take all day for me to pull these off the shelf. The Wizard. Okay, so David, my problem with The Wizard is all of my Shout Factory releases are still sealed up. But, I got these bags, so I can open up The Wizard. So The Wizard. Let Me In. I need to see that. That's got an awesome slipcover. Knives Out. No, I have not seen that yet, Sean. I need to see that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. I've seen 7 before. The Founder. So The Founder, that's the one with Michael Keaton in it for the Ray Kroc movie. So Eli, you definitely need to catch up on your Marvel movies, that's for sure. Blade Runner, excellent movie. I've seen that. 1917, I've seen that. That was great. Sweet Smell of Success. I do not have that. True Romance. I've seen True Romance. That's an excellent movie. So I think I've got all my movies now that I need to watch. But y'all can still continue to make recommendations. Uncut Gem is already on my TV stand ready to watch. Hacksaw Ridge was an excellent movie. Deepwater Horizon I have not seen. Tombstone I've never seen. But those are great choices. So for my project for this week is I got to learn how to do the OBS stuff so that we can stream with my webcam and not my phone, so that I can make eye contact with everybody instead of looking back and forth. I need to watch Deepwater Horizon. So it's going on my list. So as far as making this list of movies I need to see, so I do keep busy with my TV shows, but I think all of my TV shows are pretty much winding down. So maybe I'll be able to do that. I gotta keep my hat on straight. So anyway, I'm on Facebook. I was on Facebook earlier today, and the ads that pop up are kind of odd. I get a lot of ads on Facebook for my pollen. The pollen's bothering me. So I get a lot of ads on Facebook for weight loss. I get ads for hair products and some different things. So I'm not sure what that's about. So anyway, they have these hair products on Facebook today that they're like hair systems is what they call them, but they're just toupees. And, just looking at them, they look amazing. But I can guarantee you that if I was to buy a hair piece, that it would not look as good as it does on the advertisement. So my name on Facebook is um, Tony Connor, Conner. Now I do have two Facebook accounts. I got Tony Connor, my personal account, and then I have Tony Connor that I use for my ToyKlectrr account for my channel. Because I try to keep my I try to keep my YouTube channel separate from my personal life, just to kind of keep the two worlds separate. But feel free to add me on Facebook under Tony Connor, and usually what I'll do is I'll look to see who the person is before I accept them. But as far as Instagram, you can find me on Instagram under ToyKlectrr. If you'll check the description box below, I think I got a list of all my social media accounts. So if you want to add me on social media, just look at the links down below in the description box. Yeah, it must be nice to have a full, thick head of hair. Yep, anything that you Google is going to show up on your Facebook account. So as far as me searching for hair products and stuff, I do not search for that stuff. I have no reason to search for hair care products or toupees or whatever. But I think what they do is they look at your photos, and they must have seen some of my photos. Of course, most of my personal photos, I don't wear the cap. It's without the cap. And so I think they just seen my photos and decided that I needed to get some kind of hair system. No hair system works. Yeah, that's right. Believe me, I'm not spending my money on it. It's just hair, right? Hey, JS. Levers or pulleys? Yes, it will take a while for me to get jacked. I think that's a lot of time in the gym, and it would take a long time for me to get jacked, I'm sure. I don't like if you're jacked, that's wonderful for you. To me, I like just the lean look. Stop making excuses. Yep, and I gotta have my Coke. Of course, I have just started drinking the Cokes again. I was just drinking nothing but water, but once I had one Coca-Cola, it started up again. Now, no, I'm not getting any muscle from the Coke, that's for sure. Maybe if I had a personal trainer, maybe this person, maybe Tom can come down from where they live, help me knock out the wall to expand the room, and be my personal trainer. That might work. So JS, that's a good point. There is no reason not to exercise during this quarantine. But also, a lot of people have a lot of donuts and a lot of cakes and different things that they can snack on too, which can't be good. Um, 4K cinema, yeah, the Universal 100 collection is very nice. Now, I think I've got most of the Universal 100s. I've been trying to finish my Best of the Decades collection. I got this one from eBay. So I like the Best of the Decades collection, which I'm trying to complete. But most of those best of the decades is the exact same movies that were in the Universal 100 sets. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Universal 100. Give me just 1 second. I think I do. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go see if I have it. Yep. I think I have all of the Universal 100s that were released in the US. I think Canada has some other releases that I don't have, but I think I've got all of the ones from the US. Adaptation is another one. Adaptation. So let me go see if I got that one. Give me just a second. So I do not have adaptation, which now makes me want to find it. So adaptation has a Universal 100 slip. Yeah, the gold fox slips I have back here. Hey JS, I tried to get some of those slips from that guy on eBay, the one that has all those, the picture of all the slips together. He's not very easy at all to work with. I tried to I almost was able to get some for $14 each, but he keeps backing out and going up on the price. So I've just pretty much quit dealing with him at all. JS, if he was selling, so if he was selling all of them, I would, but he won't commit to let me know what the condition of the slips are. I got a bunch of the gold slips about a month ago, and most everybody that that shipped them to me shipped them in one of these, all pressed down, so the edges are all messed up. I hate these envelopes because anything that the post office does with these, it crushes the edges on them. So another thing that we discussed last week was getting somebody else to be on the stream with me. So maybe sometime this week we can get that figured out, and you won't have to just listen to me. We can have guests that we can listen to. So have y'all noticed there's a lot of celebrities that are doing these live streams lately? I guess because they're quarantined. Have y'all been watching any of those streams? So Eli, I'm sure you will catch up with me someday, because eventually I'm going to have to slow down because I can't imagine them continuing to put out as much as they've been putting out. I think the physical media stuff is pretty much going to slow down. I said in the month of March that I didn't think it's going to be a very busy month, and for whatever reason, it seems like it was probably one of my heaviest months as far as purchases. I can't believe I spent as much as I spent this past month. It was terrible. And, you know, like I said, I got this set here. And as soon as I pulled the J card off, it put this like blister on here, unfortunately. And one of the viewers suggested I just get a black marker and black it out, which you can tell that little hole right there, I put a little dab of black. But my concern is this whole blister here. There's nothing that's going to fix that. So this right here was $250 for this, and it's very it bugs me to have this with that blemish on it. So I've been trying to sell it on eBay. I've already bought me another one because I had two of them ordered. So I went and picked up the second one, and I'm afraid to open it now, but I'm sure if I pull the J card off it's probably going to do the exact same thing. But that's $500 just for these two box sets, which is ridiculous. Tom Cruise, you couldn't see the blister on the video, but you could see my face. I was pretty sick about the whole thing because if you watched my face, you probably saw that I was disappointed. Best Buy won't take this back because it's already been opened. The Best Buy that I have here, they're really tough on that kind of stuff. I have seen some other people unbox theirs, and some of them do really good without any damage at all, and some not so good. So as far as my Star Wars videos I did this week, a couple of my videos that I did, which probably no big deal, has already gotten over 3,000 views, which is pretty good for my little channel. So I'm happy that it did so well. I uploaded one on Monday. I think I did the Walmart exclusive. I think it's at 3,500 views. And my Target one the next day I did on Tuesday has almost the same amount, which is exciting. So as far as this Star Wars set, I don't think that they have any more in stock. So if I was to bring it back, I don't think that they'd have anything to replace it with. And to be honest with you, I just soon sell it on eBay. Somebody, take a loss on it and just get rid of it. It's a nice box set, but also that it has the digital codes, which nobody's interested in, and the book. But the book looks nice, but I hate the fact that you have to slide in and out those discs and those cardboard sleeves. So, Fenton, you don't think that they're ever going to release Mandalorian on DVD or Blu-ray? I'm hoping that they will. And as far as the Marvel posters, I don't know who am I going to sell them to? My neighbors? I hope that they do too, because I have not seen any of Mandalorian episodes. I don't have Disney Plus. No, Disney Plus. I know that they have. I know that they have the free trial. Is that only like a 15-day trial, or does anybody know? Sean S. As far as the Walmart exclusive, I was very surprised too. It was a nice release. I wish that they would do more of those. So if you are in the stream right now, I'd really appreciate you. I appreciate that you took your time to come. If you have a chance to give it a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that, just because it would be nice to get some likes on this video. I think the more my channel gets promoted. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. I do have some favorites that I like. I do like my my Harry Potter Ultimate Collection sets, and I like a lot of my exclusive slips that I have in the collection. I do like my Criterion collection. There's so many. I pretty much like all of it. I'm sure I got a lot of garbage in my collection too, though. And I'm trying my very best not to have any awkward silences in the stream. but I kind of run out of things that I'm going to talk about. So as far as the video quality, is the video quality look pretty bad on these videos, on these streams? So the very the very first Blu-ray that I bought was Twister, and I bought it in so the very first Blu-ray I ever bought was Twister, and I bought it in 2004, I believe, when it got released. Prior to 2004, I was buying DVDs, but to be honest with you, I wasn't buying very many DVDs at all. It was mostly just Disney DVDs. So I would be buying all the Disney stuff just as they were released, because I was doing the Disney VHS tapes for my kids when they were younger. And then we had a store called Circuit City that started selling Blu-rays, and I started buying the Disney. I started buying the Disney Blu-rays at that time, and then I was still buying TV shows on DVD. And then from there, it just kind of kept growing and growing. And then I got into buying the Steelbooks, and now they're just massively taking over my collection. I never did collect Laserdisc. I never did have a Laserdisc player. When I was back in, I bought my first VCR back in 1985. I think I paid $400 for that VCR. And back then, the VHS tapes cost about 30 something dollars a pop. So whenever I got married in 1990 and we had our first child in 92, we started buying the Disney VHS tapes. And then that's pretty much where the collecting started. I still have a lot of my VHS tape. It's right here. Let me just go get some. So as far as the VHS tapes, I still have them sealed up. Now we did buy these when the kids were younger, and we always bought one to open and then one to keep. But as you can see, well, this is $14.95. That's not a good example, but we just bought, and I think I've got several storage crates of VHS tapes. Now, I know that my kids, they really enjoyed Dennis the Menace, and they enjoyed Balto. These are actually open. They actually watched these. And then, of course, we got Casper and Toy Story. They love Toy Story. So a lot of these were for my kids. Of course, my kids now are 28 and 25. They could care less about the movies now, but I'm just trying to catch up on the chat room. So Disney's Pinocchio. You've never seen Pinocchio? So Sean S just turned 30. So Sean S turned 36. So I would assume that a majority of you are in your 30s. Tony, get the magnifying glass. I have to have the magnifying glass so that I can see. That's right. Everything's so small print now. So Funkos, I do want to get rid of the Funkos. So Richard G, you say you're 49? So As far as the VHS stuff, so I was telling the story about me buying my first VCR back in '85. I also bought a video camera back in '87, and I used to record everything. So back in '86, '87, I had a video camera, and I used to record my vacations. And then, of course, when the kids were born, we recorded the kids when they were younger, which is nice to have. So I do still have all my VHS tapes when I did all those recordings. I used to do the stop motion animation and different things because there wasn't really much to do back then before the internet, because we didn't have the internet back in 1990. I think we got the internet in '92. We got AOL for the first time, dial up, which we really loved. We loved AOL. We loved AOL. So as far as age, I did turn 51. I turned 51 back in January. And as far as my oldest son, he will be 29. He'll be 29 on the 10th of this month. And actually, talking about the VHS tapes, I did used to work in a video store back in '87, '88. So I do remember working in the video store. I enjoyed that job. It's very nice. It's a little video store called Video Country. We didn't have a Blockbuster or a Hollywood Video up until later on. So 51 is the new 31, I guess, hopefully. If you stay active and don't drink as many Cokes, then I guess you age better. Thanks, Eli. So talking about this being under quarantine, so what is everybody doing for food? Do y'all actually order and people bring you your food to your house, or do you go through the drive-through? Because we're not allowed to go. All of our restaurants are closed to the public. You can't go inside. You can only do curbside pickup or drive-through. So I've been fixing food every day. I've been fixing I fixed a pot roast. I've had pork roast, spaghetti, just fixing all of our groceries that we have here. What have y'all been doing as far as food? And when y'all order, people bring you the food to your house, other than we don't have, I live up in the country. I don't think you can tell by my accent, but I am from the country, and we don't have a lot of delivery services. You know what, Tom Cruise, as far as Blockbuster is concerned, I really do think that they'll make a comeback, some sort of comeback. I don't know what it would be, but I think a lot of people would be back into wanting to do that. Of course, you know what? With all the streaming services and stuff, I'll take that back. I don't think there'll ever be a comeback for Blockbuster, but it would be nice. So I'm just going to make a quick comment here, just because it's nice that we have 15 people here in the stream. That's very nice that y'all came and spent your Friday night here. So we were talking last week about having an organized discussion, preset selection of things to talk about. But then we also had some comments about just rambling and talking about just different things. So which format would you prefer? Just the ramble? Would you prefer maybe just an open conversation like we're doing tonight, or would you rather it be more structured? And plus, thanks. So rambling seems to be the thing. Plus, next week, I almost guarantee that I'll have this whole OBS thing figured out, and it'll be more eye contact instead of me looking back and forth to my chat room. Plus, another odd thing is whenever I'm looking at my phone when I'm recording, the screen that I look at where my chat is, there's a delay of about 10 seconds, so it's kind of weird. Now, do y'all watch a bunch of streams where people are playing video games? Because I know that my son, who is 28 years old, watches people play video games. That must be a big deal, huh? So no quarantine in Utah. That must be nice. I wonder how long this quarantine thing's going to last. So I'm in Georgia, and some people in our chat are from New York, and they've been under quarantine, and it's really bad in New York, as you can imagine how populated New York is. So they've been having it pretty rough for the past 2 weeks, if not longer. And apparently it's kind of moving its way across the United States. And I know that Georgia's been hit pretty hard, but apparently it's going to get hit harder. And thinking about what Tom Cruise just said, so people staying, in their homes for 2 weeks. My wife works for Walmart, so she has to go to work. And you can just imagine all the people that she's in touch with. And hopefully she doesn't bring this home and give it to me, which would be terrible. So mid-May. So we do have a Disney trip planned because I do like to go to Disney World. Our Disney World trip is planned for August, so hopefully things will be back to normal by then. But we also have we had our Cedar Point trip. We do like to go to amusement parks, and we usually go to Cedar Point. And I did not get to go to Cedar Point last time that they went. We actually do 4 amusement parks. We go across the United States, and we go from Georgia to North Carolina to Virginia, and then over to Ohio, and then back. And we do 4 amusement parks, and we were supposed to be doing that in May, but I don't know that we're going to be able to do that now. Yes, Sean, I agree. A lot of the stores here are more crowded now than ever before. But a lot of our stores, from what I understand, they've been putting up the plexiglass at the cashier stand, or they're just using self-checkout. And I went to the post office to mail a package out yesterday, and our post office now has the plexiglass in front of the window, and they're wearing their mask. So hopefully they'll help keep some of this stuff from spreading. So this is our 3rd week of the schools being closed. And like I said earlier, they made the announcement 2 days ago that our schools here in Georgia will not go back this school year. So that means that all those people that were going to be graduating this year will not have a graduation. They won't have the prom. So a lot of people are upset about that. So as far as Disney World, very first time I ever went to Disney World, I went by myself back in 1987, which was terrible. And then we went back in so I've been to Disney World many times. I can't even count how many times. Once my kids were old enough to start going, we went pretty much every other year. So we've been many times, but we love going to Disney World. It just seems like it's just a nice vacation for us. So Sean, you live in Florida, so that is nice. Do you live near Orlando? So I have not been ordering food. So I have been fixing the food here at the house. my wife works for Walmart, so she'll bring something home, and then I'll fix it the next day. So we've been having different meals. But it would be very tempting to get something really good delivered to the house if we would have people that delivered out here. Okay, we'll see you later, David. Thanks for coming. That's terrible about the funeral homes. So we have 13 people left. So it is 10:30. So it's been an hour and a half. I know we went an hour and a half last week. So please try to make this a weekly thing if you can, for as long as you can. I really do appreciate it. I do apologize for all the ramblings, but it seems like most people enjoy the ramblings. So hopefully I'll have everything figured out next week to where we can use the webcam instead of my phone. And eventually maybe we'll have people that will be able to be on the stream with me to help keep the conversation going. But I do appreciate everybody taking the time on their Friday night to be here. But we'll probably go ahead and call it a night. Seeing how it is 10:30 here where I'm at, it's probably still early at some of your locations. But thanks, Richard, for being here. I appreciate all y'all coming. And we will see you next time. Thanks.